I am the worst hostess ever. So, where am I? Good, nobody's here. Sweet. Oops, something went wrong. Why can't I do that? Darn it, that stinks. Ah. Hey, Blue Sky, how are you? I tried to wake up for Coach Dave's this morning. I got up with enough energy to basically turn my alarm clock off and then go back to sleep. And then I slept until 11. It's 1:30 now. I'm the biggest bum today. Thank you, Cellar Door. I love you, sweetheart. I want to get you on my panel one day to give your testimony, but it'll just be you and I. That is if you want to. But anyway, so I got happy birthday sung to me. And hi, Susan. Hi, Amos. And I got made breakfast. And I got a bouquet of flowers. And so, can I show you the flowers? I love flowers. They're my favorite. But there's something I want to say to you guys. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to screen share. Okay. See? My yellow orange roses. Uh-oh. Hang on a second, guys. Sorry. So where were we? Look at that. Right? Like, my sinuses just woke up. I smell flowers. Hey, Madison, it's great to see you. Wanda. Kenzie. Do you need more birthday socks? No, because you guys keep knocking them off. No. No more. Anna, it's great to see you guys, boy. Hang on, I'm trying to pull this up so I can just. You guys got me crying again today. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, so this is what I want to say to you guys. I wish I could throw a birthday party and invite all of you. Guys, I'm humbled, honored, and speechless. I just really want to tell you I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you for making my day special. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for not abandoning me when the days grow dark. Thank you for sharing in my successes, brighter days, and accomplishments. And hopefully this autobiography will be one if I ever finish it. Thank you for reaching out to me. Thank you for praying with me and engaging in spiritual warfare with me. Thank you for all the beautiful words you write to me in posts and private messages. Thank you for sharing your life with me. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for your birthday wishes. Thank you for your camaraderie. And if you've paid attention this far, when I blow my candles out tonight for my 45th birthday, my wish will be that all of your prayers for yourselves come true. Now, I tell you this for two reasons. To make sure my birthday wish does come true, How are you going to make my wish come true if you don't know what it is? And number 2, make your prayers good and make it for yourselves. So thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Last year for my birthday, the best part of it was when I was sitting online with you guys trying to thank all of you for your birthday wishes and trying to write each and every person what I remembered about them. I think I made it like 2/3 of the way through, and then I had to go, and boy, life just took off at that point. But and in a bad direction. But anyway, you guys began showering me with just the warmest wishes on my birthday last year, and I'm so humble to you for that. Now, this year, you guys have just straight up blown my socks off, and I'm really humbled, and I really want you guys to know how much I love you and I care about you, and I care. I care. And I care about you. Oh, and I also got myself my library card last year for my birthday. I'm one of those people you'll see sitting in an aisle of the library with a ton of books surrounding me, and I want to read every one of them. But you guys have just floored me. I don't want you to see my face because you guys got me crying again today. And they're tears of happiness. So in case you haven't heard, on my YouTube community tab, I wrote in a thank you to you guys. I could read it, but I'm scared of crying again. Thank you, Eagles Wings Ministry. Hey, River. Death Bread. I said it right. Kenzie, how are you? Madison, Seller, everybody, Susan. I love you guys. James. Your pancakes were delicious. I have like egg and cheese on their little slider rolls. I ate my fruit and I ate my vitamins. That's about all I got through so far. Like I'm working in reverse right now. I need to make myself look pretty before I even think about coming on camera. So I don't know what to say. The way you guys have made me feel. So last year you guys made me feel incredible. And I was like, wow, like this many people would stop to think to even wish me a happy birthday. I mean, I must have had like 70 or 80 birthday wishes. That's a lot. I'm not used to that kind of attention. And I was like, wow. Like in all my life, I think that, well, yeah, that never happened. So last year I was definitely set back and I thought, wow, Abba, I hope I'm doing something right. I hope that you're utilizing me, and I hope that people know how much you love them and not to give up on you, which in turn, they will not give up on themselves, and it will turn a victim into a survivor. So I hope I bring you glory, and I hope that I bring more people to you to start talking to you through Jesus. So, but this year, guys, I had the humble pleasure to meet Heather on Sunday. It was one of those things you don't talk about until after it happens. So I got to meet her, and Heather Fair. And while I sat there talking to her, she said a couple of things to me, and it really floored me. And it made me realize a lot of things. And it was the first time, person to person, face to face. I mean, I'm sitting right across from her, next to her, and we're sitting outside enjoying the weather. And I got to see face to face what you guys really thought of me. And that kind of, I just started crying from Sunday to Monday to Tuesday. I think yesterday I came up for air a little bit, stopped crying, and then this morning I'm back crying. I'm going to read you this. Boy, guys, if there's anything I can ever do for you guys, just tell me what your prayers are, and I will pray for you in Yeshua's name. And after that, he'll guide me. So you guys are the best part of me. You guys mean so much to me. And I guess, too, what I've also realized is I've come to see my hard work. I don't mean for this to sound selfish, but I've come to see my hard work come. Everything that I've been working hard for on the internet and what I've been doing on the internet and the videos I'm making and the things I'm going through, that is my hard work. That is my recovery and healing process that I made public, and I was bold enough to do it. But somebody out there, see, when I first woke up, there was nobody out there to talk to. You know, I saw people's interviews, but I wanted to know what it was like for their everyday normal life, the things that they had to deal with, and what it was like for them waking up on MK Ultra, because I had no idea what was happening to me. So I started waking up, had no idea what was going on. The medical industry obviously had no answers for me, but all the answers I was searching for, I found in the Holy Bible. And God's word, Yud Hey Vav Hey's living logos, is still living. So now, boy, I've been made fun of and ridiculed and mocked, beaten, put in very bad situations. I haven't handled things the best all the time. But I made known back December 2014, live on video and across all my pages, everybody from here to Timbuktu and back again knew what I was going through. And knew that I was already doing public, making things public, my waking up process. And they still decided to come into my life and think they were going to change that around. I hate to notify people, but see, Yud Hey Vav Hey, our one true living God and creator, the great grand almighty I am, he's utilizing me. There are other people out there that really need help and really need answers. Something about my testimony resonates with them, or something about my testimony touches them and it brings them closer to Jesus. Something about my testimony they can connect to, and they know that they're not alone out in the world. I am just brave enough to basically let you see what that healing process and recovery process is like. So if you want to bash me, call me crazy, and you want to take my bad moments and glorify them and never give me a pat on the back for when I do well that's a defect in you. And I pray for you. I pray that you turn your weakness into a strength. That's what I've been trying to do. I come from deep underground military bases. I come from Project Ibis, Seagate, you name it, I went through the gamut of it. And there are still kids going through these projects. They are still alive and well today. Yes, they found techniques to still put you all under mind control without having to receive the type of torture and trauma that my friends and I have faced. Video games are an easy way to get you all mind controlled. Your soap operas, your football games, music, television. Are you kidding me? Even your commercials. Your music, you think you're a gangster because you listen to a rap song. You think you're hardcore because you listen to thrash metal. I mean, come on, guys. You're defining the music you're listening to. You're not being an individual. They've already got you hook, line, and sinker mind controlled. Except they didn't have to torture you to do it. They fed you entertainment. So here I am coming out with my testimony and coming forward. I have been public for a very long time, and that's not going to change. My private life does. That stays private. As you can tell, nobody is ever in this room with me at any time when I run these videos, and I like it that way. I don't want what happens off this camera on this camera anymore. And I never did want it like that. People have tried to use against me what I do online. This is my personal diary I put up. It's my personal ruminations and confessions. This is where I first deal with things that are bothering me. So when I have to walk out that door, I can face people and I can deal with social situations sometimes and get through them. This is my outlet, my form of therapy, and it has worked. All those counselors, doctors, and psychiatrists and medications you think you want me on, they don't work. They're a joke. And anybody with half a brain realizes that. Now there are people out there that need medication, that need these doctors. I'm not going to take it away from them, but I am going to share my personal experiences. Somebody out there needs to do it. You guys, we are looking at the Great Tribulation. I'm waiting for it to start. We've known for many years now that we're in the last days and end times, and things are going to ramp up. So if you've ever read Russ Dizdar The Black Awakening, great. If you haven't, guys, go get it. Go read it. You'll breeze right through it. It may look like a big book, but the words are real easy to understand. You will not need a dictionary to read it. Well, you might, but that's just to look up the names of finite deities. So anyway, you have masses of people out there that are MK Ultra victims. And I mean victim as in they're still being used in the project. We right now want to wake up as many of those people as we can right now. Okay, we need to wake up these MK Ultra victims, whether they come from a dumb, whether they come from a monastery, a wealthy family, a coven, a bloodline, whatever. We need to wake them up right now, because if we don't, two things bad are going to happen. One, they will never have a chance to exercise their free will and choose Yeshua. And he's the only one that can heal them and make them whole again and give them quality of life. And number two, if we don't wake them up now, they're going to be used as soldiers. They're going to be triggered and used to usher in what you guys call martial law. They're going to be used in the wars, whether you go to war with China, Russia, Iraq, it doesn't matter. Super soldiers are going to be there, and they are going to be used. But what you do not want is these super soldiers turning in and on themselves and going after the citizens of its very own country. That's mass chaos and pandemonium if that were to happen. So the main goal here is I'm going to probably make people feel uncomfortable, and I'm probably going to trigger them. And if I trigger them awake, that's a good thing. We must always remember there are no coincidences. There are no coincidences. Say it with me now. There are no coincidences. So if I can share what I'm going through to help somebody else come to terms with whatever they're dealing with, or to help somebody else understand what's happening to them, and they have a gauge, they have some basis of comparison for what they're handling while they wake up, well, then so be it. I woke up from MK Ultra programming from deep underground military bases and above ground government facilities. I was trafficked with a group of kids by my military and government, and what we were subjected to was so brutal and evil that I don't know how we even are here breathing right now. And most of us died. There's about 1% of, I think the odds for us surviving those dumps was 1 to 4% out of 1,000 kids would actually survive and make it through those projects. 1 to 4% of 1,000 kids. That's nothing. Where was I babbling? Let's see. I'm not in my chat room right now. I'm trying to hold a steady thought. So when I woke up from all of this, I lost my speaking abilities for 9 to 10 months. I fought the darkness in ways I cannot begin to explain to you. I fought it. So I not only had to fight through those projects and the dumps, I finally come out. Now I'm fighting to wake up from these projects and hold myself together. The only way to do that is Jesus Christ, Yeshua. He's the only way, the only truth, the only light. That's it. That's why he says it like that. Don't you think that God thought about this? He knows the beginning he knows the end from the beginning and the beginning from the end. So he is the only way, the only truth, and the only light. So yeah, I made everything public. Sometimes I feel like I napalmed my life doing that, but it was already napalmed. But I got to get this book finished. So where was I? What was I talking about? Yeah, that's what I was talking about. So I woke up, I went through all sorts of hardships. I mean, I had no idea what was happening, no idea. So I fought my way through that muck for about 2 years until my knees stopped shaking, my knees were knocking and my shins were shaking for a straight 2 years after waking up from MK Ultra. It took me a good year to start speaking and thinking again and holding thoughts in my head to be able to convey them. How else may I serve you, Yud Vav? Hey, what can I do for you? How can I make Jesus stop suffering for me? How do I take up my cross? I'll do it. I'm going to struggle. So I would like to see somebody else go through what I went through, and they have to live through it like I did. And then I want them to have to go through the process of waking up from all this MK Ultra and Super Soldier Project training. And I want them to have to consciously deal with what they did as an active super soldier after they wake up and come to terms with all that. Take responsibility for your actions and what you did. And then I want them to sit and tell me how they did it easier and how they did it better than I did. And if that isn't enough, I went public with it. I was trying to shoot videos while I was trying to talk again. Some days they were good, and other days, man, I just erased them. So, in turn, for this birthday, I was just completely floored, and my socks were knocked off because I got, I think, to see myself through other people's eyes, and I got to see myself through Heavenly Abba's eyes. And that's why I can't stop crying. I never knew, guys. And I love you too. Thank you. Thank you for your camaraderie. One of my dreams just came true. Remember when I say they are coming true? Well, guess what? They are right now. I was just able to reach out to someone that I really wanted to thank for helping me and had such a huge good impact upon my life. I was able to tell him that he made my birthday. Yeah, I know you want names, but not this time, kids. This one is going down in my dream book, but then again, that is where all the best ones have come true, and I keep them. Yudhe Vavhe gave them to me 2 days before my birthday, and I can confess it has already been one of the best of the best of the best. This is solely because of you guys. You know who you are, my loved ones. Might take me some time to get there, but a lot happens, and I get held up. I'm sorry. Do not fault me. Anyway, I have 2 more wishes to come true, and I pray they do. So to that certain someone, thank you, brother. I feel like I could reach out and grab one of those stars I watch every night when I walk my dog underneath them. I feel like I could move planets. You guys have all made me feel on top of the world. I've got to tell you, I have got to be honest. You guys bring me to my knees and knock my socks off. I cannot stop crying since I met Heather. And then the outpour of private messages, phone calls, and emails has got me on my knees, guys. Honestly, I had no idea how I made you feel or what you thought of me. To get that kind of feedback, I'm just so speechless and glad to hide in my bedroom and say I have a book to write as an excuse. But honestly, I am overcome by how much you guys love me. I never knew. I had no idea you thought of me like that. You guys have knocked my socks off. Turning 45 on September 12th will not be so bad this time. Guys, I'm truly humbled. I cannot stop crying, but trust Yeshua, this time they are tears of happiness. My birthday is 1 day after Yeshua's birthday of 9/11, another reason for my lucky number 11. I have to ask Heavenly Abba to thank you all for me, because only He can do it best and right. I pray He stores up treasures in heaven for all of you, my loved ones, for how you treated me here on earth. Is my birthday prayer in Yeshua's name, Selah. Okay, now I'm back in my chat room. What are you guys doing? Okay, I'm going to try to pick up where I left off. Hey, Melvie. Thank you. Allie, thank you. Deaf Bread. Now that I'm saying your name right, I'll never get it wrong. I think I like calling you Deaf Breed better. I'm teasing. Aw, blue sky. I'll start talking about my stories again. I just need to finish writing my book and I'll get back to it. River, am I hungry now? Not really. I'm really excited. Aaron. Yeah, I pray Father puts both of us in a boat with a fishing pole in each one of our hands and sends us out fishing. That would be fat. I'd like that. Thank you, Galen. Thank you guys so much. I'm praying for you, Madison. Sorry I'm not reading your comments out loud. Leave it to Beaver. What are you doing? Thank you very much. Don't work too hard. Coincidences. There are consequences. Yes, there's always consequences for everything, but there are no coincidences. Good. Well, I'll tell you what, somebody once said on a video, there are no coincidences. And I was like, you are telling me. And I believe I remember you. I never did get to meet that person. Steve Ammo, thank you so much. JC. Kenzie, how are you? Oh, that's Abba. I rely on him, Kenzie. That's where I get the strength. It's all him. Thank you, Eagle's Wings. Holly Staff being original. Thank you. Good. I hope I make all of you cry, because that's all you guys have been doing to me since Sunday, is making me cry. I'm so dehydrated, I don't know what to do with myself. Lynn, I love you. Thank you for your messages this morning. I love you, Luke Gurley. I don't want to spend the day crying, okay? So I just wanted to tell you guys I love you so much. I feel like I could go back to sleep. Happy early birthday. Your birthday's tomorrow, Madison? No, 7/13. I'm thinking 9/13. Sorry. Uh-oh. No, July 3rd. So what are you guys doing today? Oh, you want to know a secret? And this is all courtesy of Doc, because he's kind of the one that gave me the idea. Well, it's all because of his lucky numbers and his perception. But I agree. You know how everybody's like, oh no, it's Friday the 13th tomorrow. Well, if you think about it, Jesus had 12 apostles. He'd be the 13th one. So if I keep that in mind. Oh, thank you, Catherine. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. You turned 13 on Friday the 13th. Oh, 13th of the 12, yes. You're doing laundry. I got to do my laundry. I forgot yesterday. That's because you guys have been. Yesterday was the only day I didn't cry. My Kleenex stock has soared. No, there's nothing up here for you. I'm dragging my feet too. I'll tell you that right now. Keeper, stop it. I'm definitely dragging my feet. Keeper. Stop. My dog won't leave me alone for 2 seconds when I have food in front of me. Your dad's was the 13th of October. My dad's birthday is September 15th. He's deceased. We only had 7 years to celebrate it with one another before he passed away. I think it was 26. So I was 13 when my grandfather died. That was completely devastating. When my dad died, I was devastated. People didn't realize that I had a great relationship with my father for the little time that I had him of 7 years. I never talked about it because talking about my dad and my family was like taboo. You just didn't do it. Everybody's like, why weren't you able to talk about your dad? Because he was taboo. Taboo. Couldn't mention him. So that's why I waited till I was 18, out of everybody's control and dominance. Restraining orders don't apply when the child turns 18. By the way, in case anybody has restraining orders out there, if you have a restraining order and you have your child on it right now, when they turn 18, it no longer applies to them because now they are an adult and of legal consent and legal age to try to get a restraining order themselves and prove a case to have one. So I waited till I was 18, the day of my birthday. Actually, I think it took me a couple months. But I wrote to my dad, and he wrote me right back, and that was it. I met my dad. I had him for 7 wonderful years. He was engaged to a woman named Terry. I loved her. Her sister was awesome. I forget her sister's name. Even Terry's ex-husband was very nice. When I went to Florida, he made sure that I was, fine. And because I like to travel, but I like to go where I know people. Anyway, truly know a person. So anyway, I loved his fiance. She was great. My dad and I had a very good relationship. Sorry, I'm not even in my chat. I'm sorry to hear that your grandfather died when you were 16. That's just way too young to lose anyone significant in your life, I think. No, you guys are not alone. Your grandpa died on February 28th. My great-grandpa died February 28th. My dad died. Wow, Lynn. Wow. Yeah, oh, and then we got the Julys. July. And I know July. That whole month, I don't even speak the name. That goes back to witchcraft. Doc and I were talking about this, right, Doc? We don't even speak that. So anyway, my grandmother was born the 7th. My father died July 7th. Forgetting. Max Spears, he was July 16th. My grandfather was born and passed away the last week of June. So from the last week of June to like the first 2 weeks of July, yeah, that's not a good time. Oh, I think there was another well-known super soldier who just had a birthday, September 6th. I would never expect to ever catch him watching one of my videos, that's for sure. But God forbid if he did. Happy birthday to him. Hopefully you die by the rapture. Well said, Amos. Your grandpa died May 22nd. Aw. You're staying in an apartment number 7. That's like God's completeness, right? Wow. I'm sorry for everyone who's lost loved ones. Again, I'm only hiding behind the camera because I'm still in my PJs. I still need to take my dog for a nice long hike this morning, or walk rather. The malevolent calendar, July and August. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. I've had some, like, September either goes exceptionally well for me or it, like, totally sucks. Hey, USA Patriots. Great to see you. Well, thank you, my YouTube friend. I love the videos you make. I just got mad at my biological mother because she wouldn't let me go to my grandfather's funeral. I could go to the wake and look at his dead body laying there, but I wasn't allowed to go to the funeral. Does that make any sense to you? Do you know how many tricks my eyes were playing on me? Man, I sat there and I was like, Papa, come back alive. Just sit up from the coffin. Just come back alive, Papa. That was pure devastation. I told Grandma how much it hurt me. Everybody was like, you got to stay strong. You got to stay strong. You can't cry. Just be strong. All right. So I stopped crying because everybody said, be strong. Don't cry. Anyway, but my grandmother knew how much I was suffering. I told her many years later. During that time, her and I would talk about my spiritual gifts and things that were happening. But you guys will just have to wait to read my autobiography to get the really juicy parts. Yes, thank you to my wrenches and my mods. Hey, Anna. I hope I didn't miss anyone in my chat. So, yeah, the part I'm writing is about my awakening from MK Ultra. My biggest advice to somebody, I'll tell you right now, if you're coming from a dumb and you're coming from these severe projects and you've been, well, you guys know my testimony. If you don't know it by now, you can go to www.hollybaglio.com. I have some of my testimonies up on a video. That's not all my testimony. I haven't gotten to the good parts about what it was like waking up and Abba getting me through all of these processes, because I had no one, nothing, and I really did rely on him to guide me. That's how I came to know Russ Dizdar. That's how I came to meet Jonathan Cahn. he was the one saying, Holly, I need you to go here. I need you to go there. I need you to do something. I need you to meet that person, this person. And he really did guide me. So I'm grateful to Abba. And by the time I had met Russ Dizdar, all the hard stuff had been already handled. Heavenly Abba took care of it. Russ was like pretty much the guy that said, yeah, Hal, you're all right. You're okay. You're fine now. I think my testimony kind of blew him away too. I don't think, because they had only heard of one other super soldier at that point. And I don't want to give out names, but I was like, listen, I remember that super soldier, the one that you just happened to remember. I remember that person in the deep underground military bases. I'm like, I can tell you about that person. That person was a good friend to me. And they're like, well, Holly, you know this, you know that, you know the other thing. I'm like, listen, I know what you're going to say to me about that person, but just because I remember them from the dumbs does not mean that I am turning away from Yeshua. I will say that their testimony of what happened to them is true, but all their other beliefs and thought processes and whatnot are not mine, and I'm not active. I'm solely in Yeshua. So, like, just because I know that person does not mean I am of the same opinion they are. Because, again, I chose my free will to be with Yeshua. ECW and WWF. I was thinking about you yesterday. I was going through some things, and I was like, I haven't seen ECW and WWF in a while. Thank you so much. I'm glad to see you. That's it. I'm going to take my kratom. Maybe that will increase my energy. I know it'll definitely help my arthritis and fibromyalgia. You are not getting my breakfast. Mm-mm. I love you too, Keeper. Relax, honey. Don't worry. I know what everybody's thinking. What's Holly drinking? I can just see the rumors starting now. See, that's what it is. Hang on a second, guys. My dog wants my breakfast. I only finished the fruit. She's not going to leave me alone. So, those of us being pushed to give testimonies need to obey. People, and I know God is calling many to do so. I think you're right, JC. Okay, where's my chat? Sorry, my screens are flipping. Here we go. All right, sorry, guys. Hey, Alan, I haven't seen you in so long. How are you? My love to your family. Sparkling water is your favorite, Melvie. You're going to buy a new Bible. You know what, Allie? If you go to Paul Begley, he'll mail you a Bible for free. You are so going to sing No. There will be no me singing. I have got a voice that should not be used for singing purposes. YouTube's not giving you my notifications. Ah, yeah, I noticed. You're thinking, yeah, every time somebody tried to give me a Catholic Bible, I handed it right back. I'm like, no, thank you. Not to be disrespectful, but I just don't want it. Somebody got mad at me. I was taken to a place once, and they're like, oh, there's a whole bunch of Bibles. I'm like, well, let me go see. They're like, well, yeah, before we throw them out. So I went over, I was looking through them. I'm like, nah. And I walked away, and they're like, you don't want them? I'm like, no, they're Catholic Bibles. You're going to let Bibles be thrown out, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, listen, I'm not the one that abandoned the house. I'm not the cleanup crew. You asked me if I wanted them. No, I do not. Don't get pissed off at me because I don't want a Catholic Bible and you feel guilty picking them up and throwing them in the dumpster. You keep it. I'm not Catholic. My Sicilian side, when they found out that I was not Catholic, you should have seen their facial expression. So anyway, I said, but listen, guys, don't worry. I'm Christian, so I believe in Jesus too. It's all right. But I don't get into all that confession stuff. I'm not Catholic, Roman Catholic, none of that. And I guess that answer wasn't sufficient enough that I was saved to Jesus. But my dad was all right with it. But everybody else, like, their faces got all distorted and upset looking. Looking back on that, I understand now why. At the time, I had no idea why. It's like, why do you even care if I'm not Roman Catholic? Meanwhile, the Balios are all having a heart attack that their firstborn grandchild is not Roman Catholic and wants nothing to do with Catholicism. Anyway, happy birthday. Thank you, Peanut. Geneva 1599 Bible and the Companion Bible. I don't know. I think I might go and buy myself a companion Bible. You know, on one of those days that I need to get out of the house. I could go. I've been wanting the companion Bible, and I think the Strong's Concordance. So maybe I can. Yeah, Eagle's Wings might know because might know. She knows better than me. Like I go to her and I ask her questions, and I'm like, wow, how come I didn't know that? Well, Holly, because you haven't been reading your Bible enough. That's why. Peace, love, and light. So I didn't mean to be rude about Catholics and the Catholic Bible, but nope. Hey, see, that's why it's so raw. Stop it. Stop. She has like a hot spot on her leg and she keeps looking at it. Stop it. Thank you, good girl. Thank you. So, hey, Joshua. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's good to see you. Oh, yeah, and those old Hail Mary things. Yeah, I would have never excelled at being a Catholic, I'll tell you that. And you're not getting me in a booth either. Not with those priests. I mean, how can you not tell how crooked they are just by looking at them? Look at Rome or the Vatican. There was a day, like people share their testimonies with me and they'll say, Holly, who do you think the false prophet is? And Holly, what do you think? And I'm like, well, I think Pope Francis is the false prophet. You know, I thought Barry Obama could be the Antichrist because I thought the Antichrist might be black. But then the other part of me feels that it might be a white guy. But I'm talking about the guy that gets a head wound and gets brought back to life. I don't know. So I don't know who the Antichrist is. I'm suspect to a bunch of people. I don't even know what to tell you. But where was I going with this? Why did I bring it up? So there was one day I'm sitting here and I was talking to Abba and I said, Abba, who's the Antichrist? I'm like, I want to know. And, you know, I cast down stealing spirits, deceiving spirits, and lying spirits, and I'm always praying. But I'm human, I'm not perfect. But anyway, so I was sitting here going back and forth with Abba, and he gives me the word, hey, Perth Observer, how are you, sweetheart? I'm glad to see you. I love you. So Abba gives me this word, Larry. And I look up Larry, and it brings me to like some Lawrence person over in Rome that was martyred. I'm thinking, I wonder if the Antichrist comes from Rome. And I've heard that before, that the Antichrist person who's going to be the Antichrist is going to come from Rome. He is here already. I just wonder which one, who it is. It's not Donald Trump. Okay, the Antichrist is supposed to be good looking. He's not a candidate. Sorry to tell you guys. I know you guys are supporters. I like him too. Well, but no, Donald Trump's not the Antichrist. He's not. Ugh. I always thought the guy would have blonde hair, bluish eyes, tall and good looking. But I heard the Antichrist will be a dark-skinned man. I wonder. You have a nice day, Eagle's Wings. So I wonder what's in store for us. Oh, we're talking about banana splits again. ECW and WWF. I thought he was a little bit more of a redskin man, but well, orange is close enough. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I don't know that, you know, I'm going to drop the whole subject. I get in trouble every time I bring it up, so I'm going to drop it. The whole Antichrist, politics, all of it. Now, when Donald Trump is tan, I think he's got like an orange tint to him. And when his hair is like newly colored, I think it really stands out. You had a vision of the devil once he has dark skin and black hair, like Middle Eastern looking, almost is the Antichrist. Ali, right? He is described as a prince. Oh, this is one girl that has no plans on being his princess, I'll tell you that much. Oh, new creation. I love you so much, sweetheart. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I read you guys thank yous, I think, at the beginning of this video. And I really hope after today I can stop crying. You just woke up? Don't feel bad. I woke up. I had my alarm clock set so I could wake up and listen to Coach Dave. I love listening to him in the mornings. But I had just enough energy to get up, turn my alarm off, and go right back to sleep. I didn't wake up till 11. Yeah, I'm like, I should have been showered by now, have eaten my breakfast. And meanwhile, I'm like, it's nice. If I ever get my tuchus outside, it's really nice today. Like, the sun's out, shorts on, great day for fishing. Aw, you had stayed asleep all day yesterday, but he woke you up for today. Well, I'm glad he did. 2:30. Yeah, it's 2:30 here too. I'm awake late night, but I get so wound up. I need to turn off my computer and then I sleep very soundly. Otherwise, every time a video ends, I'm like up fidgeting around to find another one. Aw, I love you. We love you, new creation. I'm not a cook. That's not my forte. Eastern part of Canada is sunny but cool. Wow. Peanut. Haven't you said that like 2 times? I wonder what your Jeopardy category questions are going to be like. We will go fishing one day, right? We better had. I'm counting on it, James. Oh. How's the bow and arrow thing going? It's going good. It's going good. Yeshua's still my bow, my golden bow, and I'm still his white hot silver arrow. So we're doing fantastic. Perfect together. Oh boy, new creation. I would love to go fishing with all you guys. I think all of us would get more laughing done than we would fishing. I pray in agreement with Joshua for Lynn. I didn't see her comments. Oh yes, Lynn's going through it. The air conditioner, the cell phone, the fridge. I mean, ugh, too much. Hey, Addie, what's going on? I eat like a bird. Oh, first the car, sorry. That's right, I forget about the car. You know what's nice about this birthday? I'm not walking on eggshells for it. That is a nice sigh of relief for me that I don't have to walk on eggshells this birthday. Oh boy, I'll talk to you offline, new creation. We'll take that conversation offline, sweetheart. Because the yoke's on them. No. No, it's just, oh boy. It was bad. It was just bad. Not this year, though. Oh, there's a cloud covering your sun. I cast it away, Mel V. Oh, I have a chair by a window, and I sit there, I stare out. But my cat's always trying to crawl out the window. I need to take her outside. And she can't crawl out the window because she'll only get to a roof, and I don't want her running on the roof. And she'll go out there and hang out too. Exactly. I'm praying for the Bahamas. I'm praying for Hong Kong. I'm praying for Afghanistan being taken over by the, what is it, Taliban again or whatever. By Islamic Authority, I should say. Thank you, Painful. Oh, I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can I say something? You guys aren't going to like it. But hear me out before you get mad. Okay? Please, please. Okay. You know how people took Barry Obama's Yes, I Can slogan and played it backwards? And it said, thank you, Satan. Well, has anybody taken Make America Great Again and played that backwards? Has anybody done that? And if so, what did they come up with? I wonder what it would say if you played Make America Great Again backwards. Hey, Ileana, welcome. It's good to see you, sweetheart. You know, they did it to all the other presidents and what all the other presidents had to say. I have no idea, Malvi. I was just wondering if someone did it. Hey, Peanut, why don't you find where Donald Trump says Make America Great Again and play that backwards and tell us what it says? Or play it for us. I don't have the software. You seem to be computer literate. Hey, Tiffany, how are you? Welcome. It's great to see you, sweetheart. Mel V, right? You're on it. Can you do that? Do you have the software to do it, Peanut? Make America Great Again is saying Hail Satan. Huh. Hey, Addie. That's pretty cool. What makes me happy? James would like to know too. Yeah, I want to know. What makes me happy? Yes, I do think there's a subliminal message in there. With every presidential speech. Look at George Bush Sr. with his 1,000 points of light speech. I remember sitting on the side of my grandmother's bed watching that thing. Barry Obama, I mean, the longest his speeches went were like 13 minutes. So, of course, it was nice to get someone like Donald Trump in there who actually spoke more than 14 minutes. You know, he'll ramble on for an hour, and he's entertaining to watch. Barry, you were lucky to get 13 minutes from him. Let me listen to it. Oh, wait, I gotta pause you guys. I'll get a copyright strike. Thank you, Peanut, for dropping the link. I'll be right back, guys. Yeah, that sounds like gibberish. Oh my gosh. It also sounds like MK Ultra. That video, that link you put in there, it's like I don't have it just I'll watch it later. Where's my chat room? Haha. Okay. Says I got you. What do you guys think? You don't speak gibberish, deaf. What do you think it guys? What do you think it says? I think it could say something about Armageddon and hammer the nail again. Oh, thanks, Addie. I'll listen to you playing. Do that link. All right, I gotta pause. I gotta mute you guys. Sorry. Armageddon. Oh, wait. I thought I muted you. I didn't mute you guys. I'm going to have to put this video on private as soon as I'm done with it. Damn. Huh. Sorry. I needed to see my computer screen for a minute. I think it says something about Armageddon. Haha. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Sorry, I'm catching up to my chat. Electric spiders. I pray against the attack you're under, Joshua. I pray against the attack Lynn is under. Everybody's under attack here. I'm praying for and with all of you. New creation, I pray for you. I hate spiders. No weapon formed against us can prosper. You spoke out against a certain abortion clinic. Good for you, Joshua. Wow. Wow, I'm impressed. Okay, Addie, that sounds good. Acronophobia. I can't even say it. Electronic spiders. What are they? That's what they are, Deaf Bread? What do you mean electronic spiders? Oh, it's a fear of spiders. Oh, yeah, I got that, Allie. Thank you. But the electronic ones? Pompous and arrogant again, right? Yeah, guys, I took Kratom. I'm hoping that like perks me up. Like I've got no energy. I've got to get in the shower. I need to take time and spend it with my dog and cat. Oh, I hate spiders. You know what's happened to me recently? Now, if I see a recluse spider, it's not, we're not friends. Okay, because a recluse spider bit me, and that's how I got Lyme's disease, which is why I'm on full disability now. Long story short, the Lyme's disease tore my body apart. The spider's venom did not leave my blood system for until like year 8. And when it left my system, I felt that spider venom leave my system because all of a sudden I felt a little better. The little more of the way I should have been feeling. But the Lyme's disease left me with like rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, although I think I had that because losing my grandmother was traumatic. But yeah, I have Baker's cyst behind each knee and my back. I have sciatica in my back down both legs into my heels. Endometriosis, irritable bowel syndrome, asthma, high and low blood pressure, heart palpitations. My heart stops and then it like skips beats. Like it stops and it starts beating again. What else? I get migraines, post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, depression, panic. But who wouldn't be if you go from going from doing martial arts to being partially bedridden? Who wouldn't have anxiety, panic, and depression? But anyway, that's just my perspective. Hey, Jax, it's great to see you. She loves 58. Lynn, I love you. Thank you. And my love to your grandbabies. But anyway, lately, where I was, I'm not there anymore. But where I was, oh my goodness, when I went to take a shower, there were always spiders in the shower. And I kid you not, Yeshua has done such a work in me because I'd get in the shower and they were not recluse spiders, I can tell you that much. But I'd be like, all right, spiders, you got like 2 minutes to get out of this bathtub because I'm taking a shower and I'm not picking you up and moving you. And I would try to skirt them along and get them out of the bathtub. I'm like, I really don't want to kill you guys, but I will. You don't know how much patience this has taken for me to actually give you a lead start in getting out of my bathtub so I can shower. Well, not my bathtub, it was somebody else's house, but it was my shower nonetheless. Oh boy, I do not like spiders. I do not like snakes. Anything with more than 4 legs and less than two, I'm pretty much not a fan of. Hey, Russ, how are you? My love to you and the missus. Yeah, I'm being a good girl. No trouble for me. I got rid of everything that was trouble in my life, and now it's just smooth sailing. Everything's back to normal the way it should have been, the way it should have stayed. It's finally back to normal. Okay, this does not apply to sea creatures, James. It's great to see you, Russ. I think I missed you another time when you were in my chat room. Actually, a couple of times. I just seen your name and I got distracted, and I always meant to say hi to you and the Mrs. Russ. It's great to see you. Yeah, I don't like spiders. Yes. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, things back to normal. Where's my calendar? So hopefully I'll get my, okay, I'm going to set a new goal. Actually, my original goal is to have my autobiography done by the first week of October, but I'm going to set a new goal. I want it done by the end of September. You're like, what's the difference? The beginning, at the end of September, the beginning of October. See, the beginning of October would have started for me October 10th through the 14th when I went to the Hear the Watchman conference. That's when I wanted my autobiography done by. It was October 10th. Now I want it done by the 27th. So it gives me next week and the week after. I think I can get it done in 2 weeks. You had to kill 2 black widow spiders yesterday. Yeah, I have my exceptions too, Addie, I'll be honest. Like recluse spiders, they're not. Oh, thank you, Melvie. I can't wait to finish the thing. And then I gotta read back through the whole thing, which that won't be too bad. Should only take me like 2 or 3 days. Huh. Wow, new creation, I would believe it. I would completely believe it because when I woke up, there were only 2 people since 2014 so I woke up December 2014, right? New creation. So during that time, I had my attorney, right? My attorney, he had no scales on his eyes and ears. And when he came to visit me at the hospital, he knew right full well what was happening to me. He knew, oh, wow, I have no idea what a super soldier is, but I have every idea what Jesus is. And my attorney would minister to me. He was a father figure. So he was there when I rededicated myself to Jesus. I got baptized by Russ Dizdar September 2017. Then I got ordained August 11th of 2018. And my attorney supported me through all of that. But him and I went to a conference where L.A. Marzulli and Russ Dizdar and Doug Hemp and John Ben John were speaking, as well as Cohen from Israel. I forget his first name. But they had done a conference, and my attorney took me. And so my attorney was awake. So from 2014, my attorney was awake. And then everybody I have come into contact with face to face, I would say there were only a couple of people at church that did not have their scales on their eyes. But they, this whole super soldier stuff is not their cup of tea. So really my attorney, and where I am right now, I can say that where I am right now, I finally know someone that does not have scales on their eyes. So it's only been 2 people since 2014 until this day that I have seen face to face that don't have scales on their eyes and that completely understand what's going on, that I can actually sit and talk to and have a conversation with, where they know when it's a bad day for me, and they don't poke at me, they don't mock me, they, will sit and talk and say, well, this is what I'm studying, Holly. What are you studying? Well, I didn't sleep well. I had weird dreams. They'll tell me their dreams. And then I will feel a doors being opened that I can walk through and talk about my stuff. And I don't always feel like talking. I get withdrawn. I mean, I'm definitely human, but but I can sit down and have an educated conversation with them and talk about all these things. Hey, who did I just see in my chat room? HH, it's so good to see you. I was thinking about you too yesterday. There were a few of you I was thinking about. You were one. ECWN WWF was another. I'm glad to see you. So yeah, there's nobody out there, New Creation. That's why I'm here online. People would say to me, oh, Holly, those people that you talk to online, they don't care about you. They're not your friends. They're not your family. They just say things to make you think they like them, that they like you. Yeah, well, I've met those people. Those people are called trolls, haters, adversaries. Those people have called Jesus a liar a long, long time before they ever called me a liar. So I don't take it personally. I see the source that it's coming from. They call Jesus a liar. They twist his words around. So, if they're doing that to him, it's no surprise that they're going to do that to me. So people don't understand. People that still have scales on their eyes and ears, they don't understand. The reason why every single one of us is here is because we're more apt to bumping into someone that is like-minded, that's awake to what's happening in the world, and we can engage each other in intelligent conversations and talk about our feelings and our thoughts and what's happening. Whereas you go out in the real world, I mean, how many people do you bump into in a supermarket that actually look at you and say hi? Well, at least from where I am, nobody. Their kids are rude. They stand in the middle of the aisle with the cart. They don't move out of the way. They're rude. They don't say, excuse me. So you're not really going to go to the supermarket and be like, oh, hey, how you doing? And then strike up a conversation about Jesus and about Russia and China over the produce, or bump into somebody looking at frozen foods, and all of a sudden you find yourself talking to another person about a Holy Bible passage you read and how it affected you. And they're going, yeah, the Holy Spirit gave me that Bible verse today too, as a matter of fact. Or, hey, the Holy Spirit's been kind of putting conviction in my heart and I'm being told to read more of my Holy Bible. I mean, you go out nowadays, people don't talk to you. They don't even acknowledge that you passed by them. And God forbid you're different than them. And you're automatically different because you're awake and they're completely sleeping. Or like the people you get, right? You'll meet somebody and you'll think that you actually met somebody who's awake. They have like some good comments here and there. It's like, wow, this person might actually be intelligent. This person might actually be awake. But then you realize after a day or two, they're still sleeping. They're only parroting something good that they heard that they think they should, repeat back, but it hasn't registered in them. They kind of parrot good ideas. And it sounds good, but then once you get to know them, it's like, wow, you're not awake. If I came to you and talked to you about the spiritual attack I fell under last night, you'd say I was crazy and walk away. But that's why I come here, is to hang out with you guys. Because you're like-minded. You're awake. A super big peanut with a top hat and a monocle with poisonous fangs. Doc! I love talking to you too, New Creation. I love you. Oh, I remember you telling me that story, Lynn. You get everybody laughing so much. They gave money to a homeless man. I've taken a homeless guy in my house before. You might not find me out on the street preaching, but when I had my own place, I used to do random acts of kindness. I used to get in trouble all the time because if I saw a homeless person, I'd take all the change in my pocket and give it to that person, or I'd take all the dollar bills and all the change that I had and I would give it to the homeless person. Or if I had left like a doggy bag, if I was walking out of a restaurant, and I'm a picky eater, so if I don't eat half of it, you can understand the other half is untouched completely, but I'd still bring it home. I'd give my food. I was just getting in trouble for that. I remember running up to someone and I said, shh, don't say anything. I'm going to get in trouble for this. And I handed the lady $20, and then I went back and I rejoined the person that I was around at the time. Boy, if they found out I gave a homeless person $20, my head would have been rolling in the street right then and there. Yeah, I know, but this homeless person I had seen for a while. I made that lady's day, though. I was like, don't say anything, for the love of God. Just don't say anything. I'm going to get in trouble. I handed it to her. I had my back to everybody else so they couldn't see what I was doing. I'm sure that lady got more enjoyment out of that $20 than the church would have if I handed it to them on Sunday. It jumped in your feed? Oh, that's cool, Linda. I have that video up online when he baptized me. And sadly, when Coach Dave, his wife, David Author, and I think her name was Sarah Ashley, they ordained me. And there was, I'm allowed to say this, Dr. B, if you've ever heard of Dr. B, and Brooke Federline, they were with me when at my ordainment ceremony, if that's what you say, and they were videotaping what Coach Dave was saying to me. But sure enough, right in the middle of it, we barely even got started, and my Galaxy said that I had a full battery and it shut down, and I was unable to get that ceremony because I was like, guys, you got to tape the ceremony. I'm putting it up on YouTube the second I get home. And they're all laughing at me. I'm like, listen, do I have your permission to take this and put it up online? You know, we'll just put it on the table. They don't have to see your faces. We can protect that because some people in the room didn't want their faces. But they didn't mind if I recorded it and put it up on YouTube. And so halfway through, it just blanked out. How did it get to be 3 o'clock? It was just 1:30. Oh no. I'm having too much fun with you guys. That's what it is. Well, that sure beats crying because every time you guys say happy birthday and stuff like that, you get me crying. I got sung happy birthday to today, face to face. I hope it doesn't happen again because it makes me blush. I get all flustered. And then someone sang me happy birthday yesterday. Who was it? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot. Someone else sang me happy birthday. I was like, oh, you're my very first. I won't tell anybody. Okay, so anyway. I don't like being sung happy birthday. I get embarrassed. I blush. I turn red. Aww. Yes, New, you're going to be not only stuck with Joshua, but stuck with me, too. Hey, Megan, it's great to see you. The Unfined Witness. Oh, when I first woke up, I clung to the Unfined Witness 2.0 onto, I think, his website. Or anyway, I was like, thank you for leading me out of the darkness, because Unfined Witness was putting up Russ Dizdor's videos on YouTube at the time. And I was like, yes, I remember the Unfined Witness. I wonder how they're doing. I'm still subscribed, Linda. Wow, that was back in 2015, 2016. Wow, I've known a lot of you for years now. Thank you very much, sweetheart. Thank you, Megan. Joshua was singing. I can't hear you. For us, oh boy, I did a video about that. I called it Mind Melt. And when I woke up with that, was like, yeah, I wasn't sleeping or eating. I signed myself into the hospital. And they're like, we're going to have you here for 6 days. I looked at the doctor. I'm like, I know. He's like, how do you know? I'm like, well, half the reason why I'm in here is because my dreams are coming true, and I don't know how to handle it right now. I don't know how else to tell you, but my dreams are coming true. I'm like, everything the Holy Bible says is true, and it's coming true. I'm like, I know what is going to happen before it happens, and I really need to get some sleep. I'll see you later tonight, Peanut. Take it easy. So I feel your pain, new creation. I don't know how anybody could wake up from all of that and not crumble. I mean, that's a heavy load. My life will never be the same. Aw, thank you, Deaf Bread. I love you too. I love Yeshua more though, but I love you too. Thank you, Linda. I've been trying to grow in the Lord. Voice to Skull, New Creation. When I was there, I made sure not to talk about that stuff, because if I had talked about Voice to Skull software, they would have, like, that would have been so over their head. They would have never let me out. What do you mean, Voice to Skull? I remember going to a counselor because I figured, okay, you know, the ex, he knows better than me. You know, this person said that to me. I guess I should listen to them, right? They act like they're such an authority and they act like they know so much. So I listened to all the wrong people. And I go to speak to a counselor. And I remember speaking to this counselor, and I'm like, all right, I'm just going to give it to her. I told her about the Dons, Joseph Mengele. I told her about the kids locked in a cage being electrocuted. I told her about Russ Dizdar and the SIIU team. And Russ Dizdar, you guys, like, goes on investigations. He helps out police and FBI investigators with their investigations. He has trained police officers on how to investigate the crimes that they're sent on, because 90% of the murders that they have to go to the crime scene of, 90% of those murders are, in fact, satanic sacrifices. So anyone actually knows who Russ Dizdar is. That man is help. That is getting help. And I've already gotten help from him. Everything after that is that I need a calm situation where I feel safe all the time, where I'm not ridiculed, mocked, where things run smoothly, and that I'm in a situation that people understand what all of these things are between SRA and DID, and that they know what MK Ultra is, because it makes for a better situation for me and a much more stable, consistent, and constant situation. But anyway, I went to this counselor because everybody else knew better than me, right? Holly, you're the problem. Go fix it, Holly. Holly, go fix it. You're the problem. You're the problem, Holly. All right, so I'll listen to you guys, pretend that I'm the problem, and I'll even one-up you on that, and I'll go to the doctors you want me to go to, so you can feel better because you think you know it all. All right, so I get to this counselor, and I got to tell this counselor what V2K is, what MK Ultra is, what a super soldier is, what an implant is, what an alien is. I have to tell her about human experimentation projects. I have to enlighten her on what Pizzagate is. Then, to top it off, I'm not allowed to talk about Jesus because it goes against her job title, and there's red tape around that. These counselors, psychiatrists, and psychologists are not allowed to talk about Jesus. It is against their job description. They will be fired if they talk to you about it. Now, if you go to a faith-based doctor, yes, they can talk to you about it. But the majority of the doctors out there cannot speak about it. They cannot speak about Jesus to you. Like, you have to purposefully seek out faith-based counselors, psychologists, and psychiatrists, and they are few and far between, especially in Jersey. So I go to this counselor, and I spend 3 sessions with her, giving her YouTube address links, website links, from Russ Dizdar, the SIIU team. Here's L.A. Marzulli. Here's Chuck Missler. Here's links about World War II Project Paperclip and them doing experiments. Here's clips and news articles about Pedogate, Pizzagate. Here's links to MK Ultra programming. So, lady, here's all the links. So I spent 3 days with her running down the list of names. I said, if you want to go and hear other super soldiers' testimony, I gave them a list of those names. I said, go watch their testimonies on YouTube. So 3 days I spent with this lady just telling her where to go and who to look up. Then after that, I had to spend time in my sessions answering her questions. Now, I appreciate what this lady did because I know her heart was in it. And I could see that she was really, really trying to be of some sort of assistance to me. And she's like, well, here, Holly, you like to draw. She goes, draw these pictures. And she gave me some techniques to use. And she's like, if you cross stitch, Holly, you're using the left side and the right side of your brain to do cross stitching. You have to plan the colors, plan your next stitch. And then you have a bigger picture that you're creating. She's like, you're using the left and right side of your brain. So she started to try to give me activities to exercise both sides of my brain at the same time. And I appreciated that because I could see her heart was in it. But after that, there was really nothing that she could do. The only other thing that she could do is to sit there and pray with me to Yeshua HaMashiach, that all my broken pieces that are scattered, that they come back to me and that they are formed whole again in Jesus' name. And because it is my personal wish, I wish to have all of my super soldier memories back. Many of them are fragmented. And yes, there is still information that I know is locked up inside of me, but I don't really feel like having to remember all the trauma and torture of these projects just to remember what the training was. I have alters that know different languages. Now, I could know those languages, but I don't really think that I want to relive and remember and recall what it is they did to us to bring about that altar, and then what she had to go through to be trained to know Sumerian or to know this other language or to know Persian or to know German. So at times, I'm glad when things slow down for me so I can spend a birthday with my loved ones. And then maybe in the future, if God sees fit, he'll break down those amnesia walls and I will remember more stuff. But with that, I don't know if it's worth remembering all that stuff. I mean, really, when am I ever going to need to read Sumerian language? I'm not. So why bother remembering? So anyway, I don't find that to be helpful to me. I find going to ministries like Casper McLeod, Russ Dizdar, L.A. Marzulli. I've gone to Anita Fuentes and Paul Begley. I've reached out to Doug Hemp, Jonathan Kahn, Coach Dave. Now, being in fellowship with these ministries and the people in their chat rooms and face-to-face when there are conferences and I can attend them, that is help to me. I've seen the most progress and the most benefit in my recovery when I picked up the Holy Bible and I started to study along with my brothers and sisters. Read the word, study, and pray. Read the word, pray with my brothers and sisters. I found that that was the best form of therapy for me and that I could ever have. Because in reading his word and praying with my brothers and sisters and attending all of these ministries, I'm not just a congregant to one ministry. I've got a list of 50 ministries I frequent, okay? And I like the diversity. I appreciate the diversity. And I like being able to walk into any of these ministries on their channels and being able to worship Yud Hey Vav Hey and do Bible studies next to them. That's pretty cool. And I never have to leave the comfort of my own home. So I have found that has brought me the most healing and curing. And that works for me. You know, going to these doctors and taking their medications, that got me personally nowhere fast. And I talk to everybody. I love everybody. I appreciate everybody. But my preference is that I get to talk to people who are awake. And my preference is to be around other Jesus lovers that are always in full armor, always covered in the blood of the Lamb. It's where I feel most safe. It's where I feel comfortable to talk to you guys. And that's exactly where I want to be. So I'm babbling. What is my chat room doing? Allie, I'm so sorry to hear that about your mom. I went through that last year with someone where I was a problem. Meanwhile, I wasn't the problem. It's okay, guys. Don't be sorry for me. I appreciate it, though. Abba has us all in his hands. Yeah, people calling us the problem, and meanwhile, they're the ones causing the problem in the first place. It's so easy to blame others. I mean, I'm the type of person, I apologize for stuff that I had no involvement in that could not have possibly been my fault. I mean, somebody opens the door for me at the post office and I say, "Oh, I'm sorry." No, I was in a situation where everything I did was always wrong. It wasn't good enough. And even when I did do something good, it wasn't recognized. My stomach was always sinking. I was always thinking, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to get in trouble for something. Or if I would open up myself to talk about something serious, I had doors slammed in my face. Or I felt so extremely uncomfortable to talk about my dreams or to talk about my relationship with Jesus that I just wouldn't talk at all. And finally, the worst of it all was when I would finally get through to trying to talk about a good conversation. It was always taken out of context and turned into a joke. It's like when you're in a situation and you're being abused, but yet your spouse is running around saying, I'm the one being abused. I'm the battered spouse. I'm the battered spouse. And meanwhile, you're the one that's actually exhibiting signs of battered spouse syndrome. And it's the other one that is causing these situations to happen. Or I like the one. You guys have ever been in this one situation, when you find yourself in some turmoil with someone and the conversation's getting nowhere, so you just kind of stop talking, and the other person's like so upset, they're like, that's it, I'm leaving, I'm walking away. So they walk away, go to the next room, and you're left sitting there in the room, and it's like, okay, well, this person just started a bunch of crap and they walked away. So then what I would do is I would go into my room, get on the computer, or go outside, talk on the phone, and that would just really upset the other person. And it's like, well, after what you said to me, and you're now walking away, and you're leaving me with all of this to deal with, well, I'm going to put it down and I'm going to go do something else and not worry about it. And in the end, that only creates an even worse situation, because now, apparently, since you're not sitting there at the table being scolded and being miserable, and you're actually off doing something else, that's like the worst thing that can happen. Or like those people who just want to argue through text messaging. It's like, pick up the phone and call. I don't like those days. I like when life is a lot quieter and a lot simple. And it is. Sorry. I'm probably going to get going because it's 3:30. You could drop a link to your post, Joshua. Madison is very strong. She's got a very powerful testimony, too. All of you do. Hey, Steve Pinder, how are you? Welcome. Wobbly Boost, good morning. It's 5 a.m. there. Well, I feel safe with you, Madison. Suffers from anxiety attacks and has control issues. When I told him I used to, also, he wanted to know what helped. No matter how insane you feel, humanity is way more crazy than you. Wow, Wobbly Boost. I'm glad to see you, Wobbly Boost. I really am. Do you know what, Wobbly Boost? I got to go through my YouTube and Facebook settings constantly because I have a lot of people on block. And I don't want to lose them being on block. I put them on block, which means they will never come off block. Whereas the control does not rest in their hands to have me on block because, again, I never did anything to be blocked. But when I have somebody blocked, I know they're staying blocked. I don't play those games where you do unblock, just to see what they're doing and put it back up on block. I'm not like that, and I can't stand that stuff. So I have quite a list of blocked people. But I was going through that list, Wobbly, and I saw your name on that list, and I was like, how did Wobbly get blocked on my YouTube? So I apologize. I don't know how that happened, but I'm glad to see you back. And then there's some people that I take off block, and it's like, oops, I remember why I put them on block. I don't want to go through that again. I really don't. Um, and then there's people I just have a falling out with, and then like a couple weeks later, it's like, I'm sorry, I want to make up. But it's usually other people struggling with MK Ultra too. And we definitely go through a hard time, but we also have to remember to have patience with one another, to always have open and loving and accepting arms, to know when we've been the ones to make the mistake, to apologize. And, I have bad days, and I never mean to lash out on my loved ones. But I definitely like you guys so much because you create an environment where I can sit here and I can talk to you. I can come back and say, hey, listen, I'm sorry for what happened. And, in hindsight, this is what went wrong. Like, you guys communicate with me. You guys talk to me about everything. How you're feeling, your dreams, what your personal life is like, what you go through personally, what you're struggling with personally. Probably stuff you'd never even tell your family for fear of persecution or judgment or criticism. But it's like, wow, guys. And then that in turn makes it so easy for me to turn to any one of you and have a private conversation and tell you what's going on with me. And guys, we're not always going to agree. We're really not. Um, but just so long as those doors are still open for our friendship to exist, so I can always walk back through and say, I'm sorry, or hey, I know we had this falling out. None of that stuff matters. It doesn't matter if it's a flat earth, round earth, or hollow triangle. I really don't care. I'm busting chops, guys. But, and I think that's what true brother and sisterhood is. And you guys give me that environment. And you guys are the best part of me. Like, my friends are the best part of me. Well, and my cat and dog. But, and my love for Yeshua, of course, that's a given. But, if somebody to say, Holly, what's the best thing about you? I'd have to say, my friends are. My loved ones are. My cat and dog. They're all the best parts of me. So I just wanted you guys to know that. So if you guys ever find yourself blocked and it's like, wait a second, Holly and I did not have a falling out. How did this happen? Just make sure you get in touch with me so I can correct it like I did with Wobbly Boost. Because, like, you guys are my friends. You're not supposed to be on block. You're supposed to be hanging out with me. Steve Pinder, I am doing very well, and I am definitely praying with and for you, brother. Today is my birthday. And at 8:16 p.m., I will turn 45 and forever be 29. I remember our conversation about concussions. I like hanging out with you guys and just BSing. I'm sorry that I'm not reading the comments in the chat. I'm just kind of low key. But sorry to be off camera, but I don't think you guys want to see what I look like. I guess I could put a hat on, right? Close my window shade. Oh, I got a great hat to wear. I wish I had thought of wearing this to begin with. I wish Eagle's Wings was still in my chat room. Hang on. Let me get my hat on. No, I don't wear a hat because I think I'm cool. I'm usually wearing it so I don't have to do my hair. I'm a tomboy. Okay, hang on a second. See my flowers? All right. See? Yud Hey Vav Hey loves HTV. Boy, I got so many of you to write back. Wow. I gotta tell you, you guys really made me feel special for this birthday. See, you got me crying all over again. I'm supposed to go out to a restaurant. I kind of put the kibosh on it, right? They're like, oh, Holly, we got to go out for your birthday, right? I'm like, no, we're going to stay home, just watch a movie. But when I get home later, I'll tell you what I did for my birthday. I block when guys get perverted. I get a lot of that new creation or somebody that just wants to tie me up talking about nonsense. And it's like, I don't have time to tell you about myself. Just join me on YouTube. Just go to my webpage, hollybaglio.com. I know it's not finished, but just go there. There's like 8 videos right there. Watch them. That's who I am. And don't worry, the book should be out by Christmas, okay? And right now, I just don't have time to find out why you want to talk to me and why you want to know why I'm single and if I have kids. Like, that doesn't sound like if I answer any of those questions that I'd be serving Abba. So we don't need to talk right now. We should see some of the emails I get, some of what people write me. Oh my goodness. People get pretty ballsy with me, I'll tell you that much. And it's like, do you realize who I am? Or is it because of who I am that you're doing that? And they immediately get put on block. People that hate me get pissed off because I take their comments. I not only delete their comments, but then I block their accounts. And they're like, oh, Holly's at it again. She's blocking everybody's comments. She won't let anybody get on her page and say how they don't like her. Well, why would I do that? If you don't like me, just stay away from me. I know you're out there. I know you don't like me. I really don't care. But your comment has no spot, no place on my page. And really, it's not me you hate. It's Jesus who is the one you're after. So go to his webpage and tell him he's a liar and how much you hate him. I'm busy right now. He can handle everything all the time. He can handle everything that you throw at him. Like, guys, it's my webpage. I know there's people out there that don't believe me. That's great. See, I'm trying to create an environment so people will come into my chat room and feel comfortable to talk, to say, hey, Holly, I'm an MK Ultra survivor. How do I get in touch with you? Or I'm going to send you a friend request. Or, hey, Holly, you know, I don't mind. This is my real identity, but on YouTube, I'm called by this name. This is me in your chat room. It's just my family doesn't know, or I'm only on the computer for professional reasons. So I need to cover my name up, but this is who I am. And you guys come in my chat room and you talk about your experiences. You talk about your dreams, your spiritual attacks. And that's the environment that I'm trying to create here. So I get that people don't believe me. They don't like me. I get that I have not always been an angel, but when it comes to my videos in my chat room, this is for camaraderie and fellowship. Like Death Bread, he's always dropping in holy biblical scriptures. Thank you, Joshua. Eagles Wings Ministry made this for me. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but they made it for me. So, and I love you. Hey, Bob. Hey. But, you know, I want that environment where you guys feel comfortable enough to come share your experiences, because what happens from that is that other people will see and watch my chat room and they'll say, wow, that happened to me, or wow, that gives me confirmation, or they feel vindicated, or they'll sit back and say, wow, okay, I'm not alone. There's these guys that are out there and they're struggling and they're trying to connect the dots of what happened in their life to the Holy Bible and become new creations in Yeshua. They're trying to find their way. They're trying to quit meds, drugs, cigarettes, porn, or they're struggling with this spiritual attack. They're struggling with somebody casting spells against them. They're talking about what they've suffered in their past, whether it was Freemasonry or they were subjected to Satanists. They're talking about their experiences. Wow, there's people out there that have gone through the same thing that I've gone through. And now we're all connecting with each other, and we're all building each other up, and we're all here for each other, and we can pray for each other. And that is the biggest thing that we can do for each other. It all starts in our prayers in Yeshua's name. And so I get that the trolls don't like me and hate me, and I speak about it more than enough. So you guys know that they hate me, dislike me, don't believe me. They ride my coattails, but you guys already know that. So if you already know that, then who cares? And yes, they pass around bad videos of me, of pretty bad moments. And when my friends have viewed these videos, my friends have turned around and said, Holly, I know you better than that. And you know what, Holly? That video they showed, I know what you were going through behind the scenes when you made that video that they're now using against you. I know what they were doing to you, and I know what you were going through in your personal life, what was happening behind the scenes at that time. That was causing you to fall and stumble, and that was causing you to have a bad day. I know what was going on, Holly. I know the real Holly. Don't worry about them. And so what? You're human. Like they haven't had bad moments. Like they haven't gone through some of the same things that you've gone through. It's just that you've got the guts to do it in front of a camera. Hey, MP, is climate change real? I believe that HARP, H-A-R-P, is very much real, and that is the cause for our climate, plus with the climate change with the chemtrails. Hey, Shauna Hall, it's great to see you. Yes, it's because you and all of my loved ones, Shauna Hall, have made me feel so special. At the beginning of this video, I read thank yous. So one of the thank yous is public up on YouTube under my ruminations and confession. I can't read that or I'll start crying all over again, but I'll read you the other one where I thank you guys. But yeah, you guys have knocked my socks off. Abba allowed me to see myself through your eyes, and he let me see. I love you, Painful. I love all of you guys. He let me see myself through his eyes. I got to see, since December 2014, I've been behind this computer pretty much 24/7, except from September 2017 until September 2018. Actually, we'll say April 2019. That was the only time where in my personal life was spiraling out of control so much that I wasn't at this computer studying 24/7. I was only at the computer 12 hours a day, 6 days a week instead. But I pretty much sat behind this computer for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week since December 2014, studying, learning things, learning about spiritual warfare, learning about MK Ultra, connecting with people and reaching out. And when I got ordained, August of last year, I was like, wow, I accomplished this with you, Abba. And then the next day I'm rolling up my sleeves and I'm back on the computer looking up Derek Prince, looking up what he's got to say about spiritual warfare and connecting with everybody and diving right back into it. But it wasn't, and last September 12th, 2018, you guys made me feel really special. I saw all of your posts and all of your birthday wishes to me, and I was trying to write personal stories for each one of you about what I remember of you and how you've been so great to me. And I didn't get to finish with everybody. And I have never been sent birthday cards and birthday wishes and posts and emails like that in all of my life. Pretty much the last time I really had a birthday party was September 2014 with my attorney and my godmother. a great friend from high school. So with my attorney, with my godmother, Judy, with a great friend from high school, Kurt, with another friend, Stu, and Danny, who was a new friend. He had joined us. And the six of us sat around a table at one of my favorite pizza restaurants, and that was an incredible birthday. Before that, the last time I had a good birthday was when Graham was alive when I was 28. But anyway, so you guys last year showered me with all your emails, but this year you not only showered me with your birthday prayers, but you guys really, I just, oh my God, guys. I got to see my hard work. You know, what's that saying when people say, I've gotten to see my hard work pay off. Well, I'll tell you what, each and every single one of you that wishes me a happy birthday, I've gotten to see my hard work pay off. And thank you, Heavenly Abba, for allowing me to be your servant. And thank you for this birthday, because I feel like you're showering me with your love, but you're also letting me see some of the good things I've done in my life and how I've touched people. And everything that I do, I do it for you. And all the bad stuff I do, it's because I've stumbled and messed up, and I repent to you. And I couldn't have made it without you guys. You know that, right? I couldn't have done it since December 2014 until today, December 12th, 2019. I couldn't have done it without your hands and without your prayers. Your prayers made it possible for me to be sitting here and be able to talk to you and give you my testimony and to feel better about myself as a person. And I can't stop crying. There are tears of happiness, but I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again. I want this birthday to be about you guys. You guys have blessed me. You guys are my blessing. So, some of you are really, really kind and thoughtful. Some of you have reached out to me and said, Holly, it was because of you that I got saved to Jesus. Or Holly, it was because of you that I got baptized to Jesus. And I'm glad if I could be a good, positive impact on you guys. So, thanks, Josh. Actually, the thanks is to you guys. I'm going to tell you again. I'm in my night clothes. Okay, so like this is not the time you guys are supposed to be looking at me. I'm supposed to like have my hair pretty, have a little blush on my cheeks. All right, guys. I wish I could throw a birthday party and invite all of you. Guys, I am humbled, honored, and speechless. I just really want to tell you I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for making my day special. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for not abandoning me when the days grow dark. Thank you for sharing in my successes, brighter days, and accomplishments. And hopefully this autobiography will be one if I ever finish it. Thank you for reaching out to me. Thank you for praying with me and engaging in spiritual warfare with me. Thank you for all the beautiful words you write to me in posts and private messages. Thank you for sharing your life with me. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for your birthday wishes. Thank you for your camaraderie. And if you made it this far, because I have this in a post, so I put PS, if you made it this far, when I blow out the candles tonight for my 45th birthday, my wish will be that all your prayers for yourselves come true. Now, I tell you this for two reasons. One, to make sure it does come true. How are you going to make my wish come true if you don't know what it is? And number two, make your prayers good. So, guys, I want you to make a prayer for yourselves. So when I go to make my birthday prayer, it gets answered. I want Abba to store up heavenly treasures in heaven for you guys, for how great you've treated me. And, you know, he may be judge of all things, but you know what? He also showers us with love and gives us gifts and presents. And, well, I want to make sure that he showers all of you guys. So that's my birthday wish, is that your prayers for yourself come true. Okay? I'll tell you right now, I know that might sound sappy, but I mean it. And thank you guys for having a hand in my recovery process. Thank you guys for joining my channel all the time. And I'm sorry. Lee, if you're out there, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to get back to you. Sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just live right now. Tiffany, I love you. All of you guys are great. I mean, this is exactly where I want to be, is hanging out with you guys. I really wish that I could have all of you guys right now sitting in front of me. There would be at least 100 of you. Plus, if you guys bring your spouse or your partner and then your kids, well, now we're looking at 500 people. And then, of course, maybe you'll want to bring a friend. So that's 600 people. So, if I threw a birthday party, I'd have upwards of 700 people. Boy, I wish I could do that right now. This morning I went down. This morning I went downstairs and I was talking to someone. And I said, boy, if I could throw a birthday party, that would be some bash. We would all have such a great time. You guys make me so happy. I have peace, love, and harmony in my life. Allie, thank you. But you have a testimony. I like to hear your guys' testimonies. I was on the phone with someone, and that person had been through a lot. And I just find so many commonalities between myself and all of you in the chat room. We've all experienced so many of the same things. No wonder why we're all torn up and out of sorts. No wonder why society's gone down the toilet. I mean, look at what we've been through, guys. You guys have been traumatized and abused, just like I have, from the way I see it and your testimonies. So anyway, hey, partly cloudy 420. I wish. But anyway, not that it's partly cloudy. Come on, it's my birthday. I can joke around and say it if I want to. So my birthday, I want to spend thanking you guys and hanging out with you guys. You guys make my life fun. After a long week or after a long day of doing research and studies, you guys are hanging out on your channels or in other chat rooms. I get to come hang out and joke around with you. Yesterday, I was on Michael Basham's video. He ran a live stream, and I was just so happy to finally catch him live. Much love to you, 420. Thank you. Yes, I do think Australia has super soldiers, Colin. So I was at Michael Basham's. He has Spirit Force, and anyway, I guess we're all a candle. Yeah. Yeah, otherwise I'm so old, my cake would be covered with nothing but candles. We're just going to plant 2 candles, one for you guys, and the other one is my prayers. So I pray for Yud Hey Vav Hey, bless Yeshua HaMashiach. Yud Hey Vav Hey, bless Yud Hey Vav Hey. Yud Hey Vav Hey, bless the Holy Spirit and his kingdom of heaven and all of his good spiritual beings and angels and warring angels. So the first one is for you guys and all your prayers. And the second one is because I'm praying for Yud Hey Vav Hey. But I ask for him to pray for me today because I don't really know what to pray for me. So I'll just leave that in his hands. There was something I wanted to read to you guys, but I'm not finding it. Okay. Ephesians chapter 1, verse 16. I'm going to totally chop it up. But I mean this to you guys. Ephesians chapter 1, verse 16. I have not stopped giving thanks for you, remembering you in my prayers. I have not stopped giving thanks for you, remembering you in my prayers. I keep asking that God of our Lord Jesus Christ, the glorious Father, may give you the spirit of wisdom and revelation so that you may know him better. But you guys do. I pray this for all of us, though, that we keep getting to know him better. I pray for other people that don't know him to know him. I pray also that, I just mean the part where I'm really thankful to him for you guys, and I remember you guys all the time in my prayers. Thank you guys so much for having a hand in my recovery. Thank you guys for being in my life. I was able to reach out to Fiona Barnett online just to say thank you so much for your testimony. I was able to reach out to Carolyn Hamlet through Kev Baker. I heard that she was going to be a guest on his show, and I ran to his show, and I was like, Kev, tell her I said thank you. She does not know how much she helped me. She was talking about her altar. Andrew, I'm like, right there. I think I said it all. She understands what I'm getting at. She really helped me. You got to tell her I said thank you. So live on air, he's like, Carolyn Hamlet, Holly Baglio says thank you for your testimony. It has really comforted her and helped her. And I thought that was cool. I'd like to be able to meet Kathy O'Brien. There's a few people I want to meet, to be honest. I got to meet Fitz Springmeyer online, and he said, Holly, there's a special place of heaven prepared for you for what you've been through. Because when I read his book, part of it, it really helped me to deprogram Fitz Springmeyer and Cisco Wheeler. And I reached out to him and I said, I think I'm one of the kids that you wrote about in your book. Like what you wrote about, that happened to me. I'm like, I kind of needed your book to help me understand what happened to me. Because I'm on the inside looking out. You guys are on the outside looking in. And I know I went through these Super Soldier and MK Ultra projects, all stemming from Project Paperclip at the end of World War II. But I'm on the inside of that. So it's really hard for me to understand everything that happened. It's almost like I have to leave my shoes and, figuratively speaking, stand in Fitz Springmeyer's shoes to see what he's learned to figure out what happened to me. So Oh, what was I saying? I was trying to tell you guys something funny. That's what it was. Getting back to Michael Basham. So last night I'm sitting in his chat room, right? And he's got a live show. I'm just so happy I finally got to catch him live and reach out to him and say hi, give my love to his wife. And they're expecting a baby. Oh, it's so exciting. Not me. I'm never having a child. So I know there's rumors going around about me being pregnant, but no, I'm not. Everybody's like, yeah, Holly, stand up. I want to see. I want to make sure you're not pregnant. I'm teasing. So, but don't believe the hype. But I'm joking around. So where was I? So I go to Michael Basham's video, and he has really nice chat rooms. Everybody in his chat room is always so nice. But there was someone speaking another language in his chat room. So here I am on the other side of the computer screen, and I pull up the translator, and I'm cutting and pasting what this person is saying. And Michael Basham had a few computer screens in front of him, and on this one is where me and everybody are sitting in the YouTube, and like his other computer screen he's looking at has another chat room open, and so he's bouncing back and forth from the computers, making the different screens, making sure he keeps up with the chat room. But anyway, so I'm in the chat room, and there's this person in there, and I'm not sure if I have permission to say names, so I won't, but there's a person in there, and I think they were speaking Chinese. And so I get the translator out, and he's like, oh, my prayer is to have 2 twins. Something like, not my prayer, but I wish to have two twins or something like that. So with the translator, I typed back, I look, and there's only 5 people watching, right? So it's me, Michael, this guy talking in the chat, and 2 others. So, and one of the 2 others had already spoken something in the chat room. So I respond back. I'm like, well, I highly doubt that you're going to meet twins in this chat room, but good luck otherwise. And so I started joking around. I was in a good mood. And then, of course, we start talking politics and how the United States should stay out of the Hong Kong situation. But this other person seemed to strongly feel that the USA was probably doing something behind everybody's back when it came to Hong Kong. And, here I am with my comments about Barry and Hillary. Barry gave away all of our good stuff, and if he didn't, Hillary stole it on her way out the door. And so we're joking around. Michael Basham went from one computer screen. He comes over to our computer screen, and he starts joking around. He's like, you guys are in here. That's too funny. You guys are in here with Holly Baglio talking about twins. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, Mike starts speaking another language. And I about fell over. I thought to myself, what's happening here? Like, did MK Ultra programming just rear its ugly head? Like, what happened? And I started laughing. I'm like, Mike, I had my translator out, and I was like, what did I say to him? I started joking with him. And I said to him, that just blew my mind. I'm like, you not only knew how to read this other gentleman's comments, but Mike, you knew how to speak back to him in his own language. And Michael Basham goes, oh, yeah, Holly, I know Chinese. Oh, yeah, Holly, I know Mandarin or whatever. Like it was no big thing. And I'm thinking, wow, I stumbled my way through English. And it just blew my mind. Like he's just looking at the computer screen, reads what this guy says, and then responds in his language back to the guy. And I'm like, can somebody please translate what Michael Basham just said to him? Oh boy, we were going back and forth. It was a good time. I was laughing. It was funny. I like that. I like joining you guys when you have shows. I like being in your chat room. It's a lot of fun. Is you gonna see Schroeder for your birthday? Schroeder? Who's Schroeder? Hey, GI Customs, how are ya? Colin. Ooh, I want to see that, Colin, when you do that. If you watch that, please let me know. She wants to make her kids trans. Wow, that's not really cool. What are you? I should know the answer to this. GI Customs, I lift you up to Heavenly Abba. I ask that He fully cures and heals you, takes away all of your pain, and gives you a speedy recovery in Yeshua's name. What are you healing from? Are you okay? You had a surgery? You know what? If you don't feel comfortable answering, you don't have to. Just know that I'm praying with and for you in Yeshua's name, and I hope that you feel better, GI. I don't mean to, like me, I'm public. Oh, you had a hernia surgery. Ouch. I hope you feel better. I wish I knew some funny jokes so I could get you laughing and pop some stitches. No, I'm teasing. Laughter is the best medicine. I would be laughing for my birthday, but my friends keep knocking my socks off and making me cry. Okay. Hey, Impaler, how are you? It's great to see you. My love to Mercy. So it's 4:00. I better get my tuchus in the shower. Like, I've done nothing today. Like, the epitome of nothing. So tonight I'm going to have a good dinner. I'm going to watch a movie. And if I can, I'll come back online. But I want to join you guys, like, on your shows. Like, I'm not big on running panels anymore. Unless I have Barak Adahali. Thank you. Baruch Ada. I think it's a thank you. Forgive me. I'm going to look it up. Where's my translator? I think Cellar Door's probably in my chat going, what do you mean you're not doing panels? No, Cellar. You and I are doing a panel together. If you want, I would like to get your testimony. But like to have a panel where I'm just sitting here with a bunch of people, I don't think I'll be running that like that anymore. I think that I want to rearrange my channel. So guys, don't take it personally. Hey, Colleen, it's great to see you. Yes, I can show you how to go live. What I'll do is I can call you through Facebook on my cell phone and then use this camera to walk you through my computer. But I'm going to change my platform a little bit. I'm not doing panels anymore. If I do a panel, it will be, I will bring somebody on. Hey, Seller, I love you. So this doesn't apply to you, but I'm changing my channel. There have been days, guys, where I just come in and I strip everybody of their wrench and then I start distributing them out again. So if that happens and you once had a wrench and you don't have a wrench now, don't take it to heart. Just I strip everybody's wrench and then I give them out again. And if you want a wrench, let me know. I'll give you one. Making sure that you're my friend and not a troll. I'm teasing. But yeah, with my panels, like Seller has a testimony. I maybe might be able to bring Seller on and say, I want to talk about altars and blackouts, and I want to talk about what it's like when you wake up the next morning after a spiritual attack. How are you physically feeling, mentally feeling? What happens? If I have a panel, it's going to be one-on-one, and I will have directions and a couple topics to talk about. I will not be having group panels anymore. I want to do it one-on-one. Like I've had Jesper Burke on my channel. I had Tracy Yates on my channel. And all of us do not agree on everything all of the time, granted. But Jesper's been a long-time friend of mine. Tracy Yates is a long-time friend of mine. I've had other brothers and sisters on my pages like David Marrow. And I like when it's one-on-one because as long as they're open to me asking them questions, I mean, they can always say, Holly, I don't answer that in public. That's fine. But that way I can direct the show more and we'll start and it'll be an hour long and it'll be more structured. The group panels for me are too hectic and too crazy. Spur of the moment panels, I don't think are a good idea because spur of the moment for me sometimes like last night, and I give my apologies out to people like Peanut and everybody, but spur of the moment sometimes doesn't always work because I'm not in the right mindset. And you go to ask me questions and I can't remember the answers because I'm not in that mindset and I can't always shift gears quickly enough. But so I'm going to structure my panels a little bit differently. Sorry to keep my head down. Oh, Tiffany. No, like, you know, to have 5 people on the panel and be going like all at once. If I'm on somebody else's panel and it's like that, that's fine. But when it comes to my channel, I can't manipulate through it. I can't run it appropriately. I'm not good at it. You know, Peanut is a host. He can keep the conversation moving forward and fill in the dead silences, and he does great at it. But me, I'm not so good. So since I'm not good at running panels, I'm not going to. Thank you. I would like to do one-on-ones, or like if I do, say Seller gives me an interview and we're on for like an hour and a half and she's giving me her testimony, and then say when she's done, somebody from the chat room wants to get on and Seller doesn't have a problem with it, that person could get on and go, wow, Seller, I wanted to ask you a question, or I wanted to share more. Something like that would be fine. But I'm going to try to run them more direct and not have it just open. Because I don't want to trigger anyone in my chat room, like in a bad way. And I know no matter what any of us MK Ultra survivors do, we're going to be triggering each other one way or another. But some of the people that I do have on my panel might not be aware of certain things that trigger others that I'm aware of. And when you get a group of people going all at once, it's a little bit difficult for me because I'm trying to focus on what they're saying and then I'm trying to focus on the chat, and it's just too much for me. You think I would be able to handle it because my mind's always spinning 1,000 miles per hour, but I can't do it, and I don't want anybody to get upset with me. I have a friend that's coming out with a video soon. I'd like to get her on my panel for an hour, ask her about it. She can talk about it, and then I can shut it down. But just to have a group of people hanging out, I'd rather go to other people's channels and join them in the group hangout versus having them here on my channel, is what I'm getting at, if you guys don't mind. I would prefer to join your channels. Like when Peanut has everybody on his channel, I would prefer to go there and do a group hangout. I would prefer, you know, being Collins, there's a group chat going on. Like there's other people that I know that have group hangouts, like G and Stalker and Mike and all of them. I'll go there and join their group hangouts. But for me and my channel, I don't think that I'm going to be having the group hangouts anymore. I'm not good at it. I'd rather join everybody else than to run my own. You know, some people have their forte, and well, that's not my forte. Oh, yeah, Tiffany, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep coming on here and talking to you guys. But I just mean having like a group of people on here with me. I'm not good at handling it. Oh no, I'll probably be here every day. I'm not going anywhere, and it's going to be winter out and cold out. You can best guarantee I'll be hiding behind my computer, staying warm, talking to all of you. Yeah, more personal, more poignant, to the point, valuable time. Yeah. Um, yeah. Google has pulled Hangouts panels away. You have to restream from other platforms to have a panel. Yes, Wobbly Boost. You're right. And you know what? That's my fault because I'm so used to saying panels or Hangouts. But what I use is StreamYard. G Mangoes uses OBS, and that was the first platform I was going to go to is OBS because you can do everything with that. You can have unlimited people on your panel. I could have 25 people on here with me right now if I wanted. You can do everything with the light, with the video, with the sound. But I found it to be confusing, so I just stuck with StreamYard, STREAM Yard, YARD. So StreamYard.com. It's quick, easy, and it pulls me right into a live video with YouTube. YouTube won't let me run my own videos, so I have to use StreamYard. You guys are going to get me crying again. I swear. You guys are going to get me crying again. I don't know why you guys are so nice to me. I don't deserve it, but thank you so much. I don't know what I would do without you guys. I can just imagine my ex is somewhere out there going, oh, if you knew her like I did, you wouldn't be nice to her. But he never really knew me at all. So just I'm overcome with happiness. I'm overcome by your love, and I'm really humbled. And I just don't know not sure. It's great to see you. I'll tell you what, you guys made me feel special. You guys are special to me. There's no other place that I want to be, except for Jesus. First, always you, but there's no other place I want to be but is with you guys, my brothers and sisters. Like this is a happy birthday to me because I'm hanging out right here with all of you. This is exactly where I want to be. Linda Cohen, China Lake. Somebody was just talking about China Lake to me. There was a video done about China Lake. It had something to do with the white hats. I think they were taking out a dumb. I got to go back and read it. See, I don't know what I can share publicly and what I can share privately, but I'm blessed because I hear everybody's point of view. I get to hear the news they hear, and they share things with me. But I just want to be certain that I'm allowed to share them back with you. But I thought I heard something about China Lake and was it China Lake? But the white hats were trying to take out a dome, or they did. I got to go back and read it. Anyway, so Linda was saying China Lake had violent Mexican young men. They called it probation camp, and they weren't allowed to leave. Killings there occurred to me that they are training super soldiers. Most likely, yes. SJW. Who's SJW? Is just fascist with a caring, cosmetic look. Well, I'll tell you what, I see Abba's love for you guys, and I want some of that. I remember telling Abba a long time ago, because I had seen Russ Dizdar and Jonathan Kahn, and I met them in person. And I was like, Abba, I'm going to tell you right now, I have never been jealous in my life as I am jealous right now. I listened to Jonathan Kahn's testimony, and I can just see how you smother him with love. I want that. I think my other brother, Trey Smith, can hear your voice. I want to hear your voice. I'm jealous. What they have with you, I want that with you. And I look at you guys and I say that to Abba all the time. I'm like, the way you are with them, I want you to be like that with me. But see, he gave me you guys as a blessing. Mexican man in camps around California. Wow, told by law enforcement who said he wouldn't go there, too dangerous. Hallelujah, new creation. Oh, I know, Joshua. I know not to compare myself with other people. I get that. It's just that the way, when I was new in my relationship with Heavenly Abba, that's when I had said that to him, like, I want to be that close to you. I want you for myself. And that's when he began to teach me how to have an intimate, active relationship with him. So, thank you, Deaf Bread. Yes, I love you. You guys are all my blessings. Living, breathing, walking around, miracles are my blessings. All right, guys, it's 4:30. I really have to yeah. I've been social justice warrior. Oh. I need to take my little one out and walk her. And then I need to take a shower. Hey, Eyes to See, how are you? I saw you last night at Collins. I don't know if you saw me say hi to you, but I was praying for you. You were talking about, I think, your ears ringing. Oh, don't worry, sweetheart. But at the beginning of this video, I read thank yous, and you are included in that thank you. I posted one of my thank yous up on YouTube. Let me post the second thank you up on YouTube. So if you go under my channel, you click on community. There's a Ruminations and Confession that I put up 2 days ago. That applies to you. And there's another one I'm going to put up. Hang on one second. This one. This applies to you. So anybody who's late, what I'm saying to Eyes to See, I'm also saying it to all of you. Who show up late that don't know. Wow. So because I don't want to reread it. Every time I read this to you guys, I get crying. I really get crying. But all my thank yous. So if you go under the community tab, like all of you, Eyes to See, it applies to you guys. Thank you for making this like the best birthday ever for me. Thank you for knocking my socks off. Hey, Bogiana Budget. Bogiana Budget. It's great to hear you. Hear you. It's great to see you. I've got a whole drawer full of Socks Wobbly Boost. Oh, thank you, Painful. Before I go, though, with my last 3 minutes, I want to read you guys something. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. In Yeshua HaMashiach's name, Selah. You're the fun type. Yeah, Amos, I am the fun type. I'm also the type that sits in the back of the classroom, in the back of the bus. You emailed me back? Okay, thank you, sweetheart. All right, guys, I'm going to have to go let my dog out and take a shower. You guys really gave me the best birthday ever. Like, I'm really humbled. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope to be back on later tonight, like maybe around 11, 10 or 11. Hi, the Badger Report. How are you? Welcome. If I forgot anybody, please forgive me. Thank you all for hanging out with me, talking with me, letting me chill, letting me do what I wanted to do for my birthday, which is spend it with all of you, hang out on HTV. And I will try to come out with more content and whatnot. But and you can tell my makeup from yesterday is all over my face. I'm like terrible here. So okay, guys, I love you very, very, very much. Thank you for joining me. So somebody, oh, thank you, Badger Report. Thank you, Melvie. Thank you, Deaf Bread. You've won in my book too. Oh boy, I love you guys. It's great to see you guys. So I hope that later tonight you guys will be running videos or someone will have a chat on and I can join in and just hang out with you there and spend the rest of my birthday with you. So just thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In 4 hours, Colin, if I miss you in 4 hours, please forgive me. I may be eating dinner at that time, so forgive me. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you guys so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. And thank you for, wow, making me feel on top of the world. I don't deserve it. I really don't deserve it. But thank you so much. And my altars, my altars say thank you too. Happy birthday, Wonder Woman. Thank you, Impaler. All right, guys. I'm crying right now. Give me a minute. I'll be walking my dog down the sidewalk and the neighborhood's going to be like, go away, dog, right now. Go. Go. The neighborhood's going to be like, why is she crying? And meanwhile, nothing's wrong. I'm like the happiest kid walking the face of the earth right now. And it's all because of you guys. Holly is like Trinity in the Matrix movie. I thank you very much. Well, thank you for spending my birthday with me. You're the reason why it's great. I cannot stress that enough. Like, wow, guys, thank you so much. My little girl altars, thank you. So, all right, guys. May Yud Hey Vav Hey bless you and all of your loved ones, as well as your fur babies, your pets. May he bless you all greatly, and may you have a beautiful day. And thank you for making my birthday the best one of the best of the best of the best. Thank heavens for you guys. Boy, I'd be lost without you, and I mean it. So I'm going to be thinking about you guys, and I'll talk to you later tonight. And yes, tears of pure joy. I'm not crying this birthday. Well, there are tears of joy this birthday. You guys are beautiful souls. Okay, I gotta go. I love you. I love you. I love you.